Hey everybody, Clap Cash coming at you. I'm back. And if you haven't watched the Buster Murdaugh interview on YouTube, go watch it. I'm going to show some of it to you right now. And I'm going to dispel for you what's been driving me crazy. One of the things about this case that's been driving me crazy is that Maggie Murdaugh was lured to Moselle. Now, in April or May of 2022, Fitz News, at the time, it was Liz and Mandy, reported it. Then I think it was July, People magazine came out with it and said, lured. She was not lured. It is the farthest thing from being lured. The furthest thing from being lured. I want you to check out these headlines. Watch Buster. I'll be back, and let's talk about it. Crazy.
All right, so your mother and your dad, did they stay Sunday night? You know?
They did not. They went back to Moselle.
Now, do you know, just up to this point, up to Sunday, do you know where your brother Paul had been around this time? Was he?
I did not know.
So, there you go. Not only do we know that Alec and Maggie spent the weekend together with Buster, and I don't know, his girlfriend was there, but spent the weekend with Buster at Columbia. They stayed in the same hotel room, and then they left Sunday night, which would have been the 6th of June. And where did they go? Better yet, where did Maggie go? Maggie went back to Moselle with Alec, and they slept there together, his husband and his wife. So, imagine that. Maggie staying and sleeping at Moselle. Oh, it gets better. Buster, what else do you have to say? Easy.
Just touching again on Moselle. Your mother and father stay in the main house usually?
Yes, sir.
Do they ever split time between places? Stay in other houses or other places?
Yeah.
You know of?
Mom was doing a lot of renovations down at the beach house, so sometimes she would be staying down there.
Okay.
And Dad would obviously be staying to go to work in Moselle. And she was always back and forth a lot. She'd go up there, and then she'd have to come take care of some stuff down at the farm, and she'd go back and forth.
Generally speaking, starting with, your family's obviously been under a lot of pressure over the last year or so here. Or more than a year here, but obviously since the boat accident, things have been difficult. A lot of publicity. I have to imagine that does put some kind of strain on everyone and pressure, and then you have the threats on top of that. I know this sounds a little personal, but if I don't ask it, somebody else will make up something. That's why I'm asking these questions.
Just ask whatever you do.
Were there any family problems that you were seeing that might have been a cause of that stress, or fights where any things like that, just in general?
No, sir, no family problems. I mean, obviously people are going to be upset about it, but no, it never caused any tension between any of us.
That you can see?
Yes, sir.
So to your knowledge, there weren't any times where maybe your family were spending time apart, or they were spending time apart from Paul, or anything like that? Any kind of family division that you were aware of, any of that kind of thing?
I don't know. I mean, just when people had to do what they had to do in a different area, then we would usually all meet up for weekends and whenever we could.
And as we talked, y'all were together on Memorial Day weekend, and you described that as a good family weekend, no significant problems that you know of.
Yes, sir.
Listen, reporters talk to sources, and sources get it wrong. They get it wrong all the time. And it's clear from Buster Murdaugh, who lived with his family. They did things on the weekends together. His mother lived at Moselle. Do not let anybody convince you otherwise. Then, when the weather got nice, she went to Edisto. And Buster said he went there too. Fine. But they got together on the weekends. Just because she's there during the week doesn't mean she doesn't love her husband. And not a Moselle. She clearly spent the warm summer months at Edisto. And they would get together. And in the fall or winter at Moselle with her husband, Alec. So, take the Maggie was lured and throw it right to hell out. Stop saying it. It was wrong in May of 2022. It was wrong when People magazine printed it in July. It's wrong. According to Buster Murdaugh, who lived with his parents, who did things with the weekends, who said there was no strife between his mother and his father, and it was a loving family that did shit together all the time on the weekends. So, there you have it. Repeat after me. Maggie Murdaugh was not lured to Moselle on June 7th. Period. End of paragraph. The reporting was wrong, probably based off of somebody trying to tell the reporter more than they actually knew. Whoever told that, whatever source told Fitz News and People magazine this back in 2022 was full of shit. It clearly had misinformation relayed. There we go. Let's get ready for trial number 2. I'm moving on from the Becky stuff, and I'm going back to this evidence. And one that's right here. Maggie was not lured. Let's go. Grab a cash cow.